Welcome back to Gilded's series on Etherscan and crypto accounting. Today we're going to go over reviewing smart contracts in Etherscan. Smart contracts are often confused with wallet addresses on the blockchain, and that's because they are both identified with a unique address. However, they are different in their utility. Standard wallet addresses are used for storing native currencies, tokens, and NFTs. Smart contract addresses are not wallets, but are an entity to interact with on the blockchain. And like the name implies, they operate in a similar manner as traditional contracts. They contain an agreed upon set of conditions between two parties. However, smart contracts do not require intermediaries, which eliminates the time, money, and energy associated with the transaction. And because they don't utilize a third party, smart contracts self-execute when the predetermined conditions within the contract are met. The code itself is based on a simple if, when, then sequence of events. The code containing these conditions are written across distributed, decentralized networks that are publicly audited, like Ethereum. This way, all parties involved can have certainty in the outcome because all transactions are transparent, trackable, and irreversible. Due to the automated nature of smart contracts, there exists no need for an intermediary, central authority, legal system, or external enforcement mechanisms. Subsequent actions of a smart contract can include, but are not limited to, releasing funds to appropriate parties, trading and lending on decentralized exchanges, minting or transferring NFTs, sending notifications, real estate transactions, and much, much more. The advantages are speed, efficiency, accuracy, trust, and transparency encrypted, which makes them nearly impossible to change or compromise, thus fulfilling the vital aspect of security. The blockchain is updated when a smart contract interaction is complete and can be viewed as a transaction. For more info on viewing a transaction, check out part 2 of our overview of Etherscan. Once you know a contract's address, you can view it on Etherscan by pasting and searching for it in the search bar. And when you're on the contract page, notice next to the listed address is the word contract. This indicates that you are indeed looking at a contracts page and not that of a standard wallet address. We can begin with reading the contract with the contract overview. This includes the balance. It's the total balance of ETH that the contract holds. The balance is also listed in US dollars along with the current spot price. We have the more info box, which begins with the name tag. This requires creating an account in Etherscan, and we'll have more info on this on future helpful videos with Gilded. We have the contract creator. This is a link to the initial mint transaction, as well as the wallet used to pay for the primary mint. Next is token tracker. This takes you to the page for the actual token or project in focus and provides relevant information on the token project itself, things like minimum token value, maximum token supply, total amount of unique wallets holding the token, and the number of transfers that have taken place. Next is the Transactions tab. This is a chronological list of all transactions associated with the smart contract. Notice that it has a lot of the categories that we've already covered in previous videos, but we'd like to include the method. This describes the function that was executed with the smart contract. It will include things like sale, mint, transfer, approval, enter bid, withdraw, and more. Notice that unlike a standard wallet address page, the contract page includes a contract tab. And next to that tab is a green check mark. If you don't see a green check mark next to a contract, it has not been verified. Verified contracts ensure that the code provided to Etherscan by the owner is precisely what is being deployed onto the blockchain. Verified contracts can also be publicly viewed and audited to ensure the contract's behavior operates in an honest and correct manner. It's best practice to make sure that a contract is verified before interacting with it. The contract tab is divided into 5 sections, but there are 3 that are mainly utilized: code, read contract, and write contract. The code section contains a smart contract source code and is really for developers' eyes only. Notice, however, the verification check mark and how Etherscan guarantees that an exact match exists between the contract and what's deployed on the network. The read contract section features data that is not usually available on the main contract page. This gives users the ability to search for specific information, such as the amount of a token within a specific wallet address. It is worth noting that information in the read contract tab varies from contract to contract and is not universal. and can sometimes be found blank, such as this contract address. Next is the write contract section. In this, users can connect their wallet to Etherscan directly and perform functions permitted within the smart contract. This is a more technical, highly complicated version of tasks that can be accomplished on a standard NFT marketplace, and it should only be done by seasoned veterans in the sphere of blockchain and Web3. Lastly is the Analytics tab. This is a complete breakdown of the information surrounding the smart contract. It contains data on unique senders, transfers, transaction count, fees, and more. This concludes Guilded's overview of viewing smart contracts in Etherscan, and we hope that it's been helpful to you. Stay tuned for future videos on Etherscan and crypto accounting.